My name is Evie Bartlett, and when I discovered I would be introducing Yusra, I let out a sigh of relief because I knew it would be so easy. There are so many things to talk about. But that's just the problem. There are so many things to talk about, and I have a time limit. So I will list some highlights. Yusra has taught our class of 2025 many valuable lessons. She's taught us the meaning of leadership by serving her time as VP of Student Council her junior year. Let's also talk about how creative and well thought out her campaign was as Sid the Science Kid. That was genius marketing. She keeps my meaning of life class on our toes with her witty comments and stories, teaching us all the importance of laughter and friendship. The importance of following the honor code was also exemplified by Yusra and Mary Margaret Cooper during a heated game of sardines at the senior retreat. This was followed by a social upheaval led by Parker Hedges. I would say more, but I don't think any description would do Yusra justice. And as heard in one of our freshman classes, I said Yusra! Please give a warm welcome to Yusra Sohail Siddiq.
The roti felt soft in my hand as I lowered it into the bowl. Moving quickly, I broke off a piece of beef and dunked my bite into the gravy mixture, making sure to scoop up a pinch of cilantro simultaneously. The Pakistani dish consists of slow-cooked beef in a stew flavored with spices. I looked forward to the days the aroma of nahari filled my house. I reached forward and took the perfect bite. Naturally, I immediately began to compliment my mother on her fantastic cooking as I chewed with my mouth full. "Beta, eat with your mouth closed," she scolded while smiling. "I'm glad you like it. I made it from scratch this time." "Yep, tastes very different," I lied. I was never able to detect the difference in the various versions of the dish. But I knew it would make her happy, to know that her efforts weren't wasted. To her credit, they weren't. Anytime my mom makes nahari, it lifts my spirits. It doesn't matter if I'm angry, if I'm stressed, or even if I'm already stuffed to the brim. Nahari made from my mother's hands has always been the one commodity to drag me out of my own thoughts and into the kitchen with my family. There's a joke in my family surrounded by my undying love for nahari. Anytime I eat it, I yell, "My shoulders hurt." The more they hurt, the better the dish. I began saying this phrase a few years ago when I started to recognize the actual pain I felt from hunching my shoulders over the bowl of nahari in my eagerness to eat it all. When my mother makes nahari, there's no moderation. I have to eat it all. It's simply so good that I eat it with my whole body clenched in anticipation of the perfect bite. Because I eat my nahari so quickly, I'm often not able to fully grasp each flavor. My mother has never understood how I can't taste an excess of salt or how I can't detect the differences when she sporadically tries new versions of the same recipe. This might be because I fail to appreciate minor things, such as the ingredients. Perhaps this is because I'm guilty of moving too fast. Something that's probably encouraged this behavior is my double-edged daily to-do list that began freshman year. 4 years ago, I started a notes app titled Things to Do, and I've never deleted it since. Each day, I add on to the list, whether it's just that day's activities or that week's. To others, it might seem unusual to claim that to-do lists limit one's ability to appreciate their surroundings, but to me, this is the only thing that makes sense. I map out every activity to the T, whether it's just a homework assignment or simply remembering to put my calculator on my desk. I race through every assignment with a sense of urgency often not needed. Some might see my meticulous tendencies as a strength, and for the longest time, I did. This habit has ensured that I finish tasks way ahead of the due date simply because of the need to check it off the list. While this is a positive, the fact remains that I've never had time to slow down. Every activity is written out, not leaving me enough room to breathe, let alone feel gratitude for the little things. As we embark on this year together, I've realized I don't simply want to check off my last year at St. Mary's. I want to truly live it. The last 7 years I've spent in these halls have been wonderful, and I've never been grateful for little 5th grade Yusra's decision to leave Hutchinson and join SMS. So why rush? The truth is, I might never learn to fully stop and admire my surroundings, but I do believe moderation is key. I can try to utilize my to-do list while also knowing when to live in the moment. It'll be difficult to let go of control without the well-organized steps guiding my way, and I can't pretend I've got it all figured out. Yet I've realized that not everything can be mapped out, so I'm going to have to learn to go with the flow, even if that means loosening my grip on my to-do list. To my hilarious class of 2025, thank you all for being the Nahari in my life. You have been the presence that makes me look forward to getting up every day. I appreciate your ability to deal with my loudness, as well as my witty comments that I throw out on instinct. From Naomi's cackling laughter that echoes the halls to Emma's everyday kindness, together you have grounded me like my to-do list, and I'm not quite sure who I'll be when our clock runs out. For now, I promise to slow down and truly notice each flavor you all have to offer, even if they are just a bit salty. Thank you.